What's up, Dizzy Bear? Yeah, Mr. Dizzy Bear. There's a mossy Gibby Bell. Mossy Gibby Bell. Gizmo, what are you doing? Nope. You sweetheart. Oh my god. Turn this light on. Look at this guy. But hey, not my coffee, please. What's up, passerby? How you doing, sir? Trying to think of what to make today. Is look at this guy. I'm waiting. I made an order for some clay, so I'm just waiting for them to get back to me to pick it up before I make more pumpkins and stuff, which is the only thing. I guess I could make that more hats. A lot of people have been asking for those, so I think people will like them. But I post on Instagram and Facebook, and people are like, "I'll take a couple for the house," but they're all like friends and family, right? Which is fine. But yeah, it's thinking about maybe doing some mushrooms. I'm doing well. A little bit eepy. This is an interesting angle. You can see my my bags under my eyes. What should we make today? I could I do need to do a sugar dish. Yeah, I'll do that first. We'll do a sugar dish first. Let's do a pound and a half for the jar. We'll do like 10 ounces for solid. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Ah. Is that strawberry? McDonald's or Wendy's? What's going on, Ben? Hope you're doing well today, sir. I'm at a bit of a loss of what to make because apparently I have to make a lot of those pumpkins, but I want the red clay for those. I found an orange glaze, so I ordered those as well. But I'm out of red, so Good day, good day. Nice. Oh, right on, man. You have a lot of questions, but they're more statements if you don't put the proper punctuation. So, but there's just Pepsi or Coke, McDonald's or Wendy's. Fun fact: I neither drink pop nor do I eat fast food. So, well, I have ginger ale, I guess. More of a coffee and water guy, you know. I'm sorry for asking questions, as you should be, because you know everybody says all questions are the wrong question. If you ask a question, it is in fact the wrong question, and it's a bad question. But that's what it is. All questions are in fact bad. All right. Let's see. I added some more things here. Actually, yeah. You're permabanned now, Passerby? That was. I can't believe you just did that. Is the quality okay? Tea or coffee? Depends. Depends on what. See, I don't know. Do you guys want more wheel? Oh yeah, I saw a glitch there. What the fuck was that? Oh, I messed out from the channel. Now that is a public service. Just doing everyone a favor. Yeah, because you can't. Yeah. I'm in a bit of a pickle with this setup here. I'm going to move these buckets. I'll bust the tripod out here. See if I can't get something that's a little bit. Oh, that's. Like from the side, kind of, would be, I think, okay. Remember to like and subscribe with notifications on. Yeah, guys. Remember, if you guys forget, I swear, I'll start punching. So, like, if it's just on the side, you can kind of see what I'm doing. You can see all the shelves filled with stuff. You'll be able to see what I'm doing on this side. That's not bad. That's better than sticking on the shelf. Still see the chat. Thank you. What are you making? Right now I'm gonna make a sugar jar. Just one of them though, and with a lid. Hopefully, I can pull it off. I had at my last job, I had a coworker ask for a butter dish like this, so I made them this. So it has like a little rim on the inside. And then they asked if they could have a sugar jar as well. This was months and months ago. And since then, I've started doing this like full time. So I've been very busy. But I kind of, I don't exactly have like a mission today of what to make. Usually I have like, I have a list of stuff that I want to make. But I'm out of my red clay. So can't make the pumpkins because it kind of fires, like the bisque fire is a little orange. So I'm going to keep some of them bisque. I'm going to glaze some of them orange. I like working with the bread clay that I buy from Pottery Supply House. But what's up, A10? Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Oh, let's bring this up just a little bit here. Cool. See, yeah, I mean, it's a regretting life choices right now. That's not a great spot to be in. Aren't you young? I feel like you're so young. I feel like you have a lot of time to correct any wrongs you've done, but oh, I don't know. Man. Well, you know what I will say, because I'm pretty sure you're young, but I could be wrong. But I made a lot of mistakes when I was in my 20s, early 20s, more so, and I often was like, "This shit, I'm screwed. I've done screwed up." But look at me now. I know it's not very inspiring, but hey, Rose. I'm a Lily, but I have a big surgery coming up. So, no, that's scary. I've never gone through any surgeries like that. I do wish you the best of luck, Sid. I hope your day is good too, Rose. Maybe I'll use the bread here. I want that bottom to be nice and flat because it'll have sugar in it, right? So kind of want it not to be hard to scoop out. Wow. Got some deep, crazy stories happening in chat here. That's super scary though. Slow that up a little bit. Bottom. Cool. I don't know. To be honest, I wouldn't doubt it. Feel your trust me, that'd be well. I don't know if it'll be the same, but my eyes feel a little heavy every day when I wake up. That's it. I don't know. Okay, take offense to my joking here. Let's try and put. So I kind of want to incorporate that back down, bring that back down. Smooth that off. Looks a little frumpy. I agree. It's actually really nice because I don't have like a. I don't have to make 20 of these. Whatever. Can just take my time. I mean, you always kind of have to take your time, but for this, what do I want to do? Maybe like. Thank you for the likes, man. Appreciate you. Big ass sugar jar. So I want to take this guy, just kind of go outside of here, about 4 inches. All right. How long have I been doing this? What's the date today? We are 5 days away from 1 year. Oh, you know what? I don't have my light up. Probably will help. I give you that. You should ta-ta though, sir. Papa's working. Trying to be able to afford your food, little man. Gizmo smell. Yeah. You have a cat. Oh, yeah. I have 2 cats. Gizmo, you gotta stop, please, getting up on the wedding table, sir. I'll have to baby gate this. It's fine. Like, I love this little guy. And he's so freaking cute. Look at this guy. He doesn't know what to do. Oh, yeah. But his hair gets all up in the clay. And that's when we have a problem, sir. That is when we have a little bit of a problem. What was I doing for life? Yeah, I'll be. What even is the what? YW. You win. That's a little. Nah, I don't know. Not the best. Yeah, I did. I put it in my pants, but oh, you're welcome. Oh, I did poot a little bit. Not pooed, sorry, pooted. Or did I? You'll never know. Just be thankful you can't smell what I'm smelling right now. Now for the stomp. Where should I put this? I'll put it right by the top here. Put it the right direction though. Oh no. There we go. Beautiful. You're welcome. Right on. I like that. Smell vision. Yeah, I mean, Some people might like it, I found out. I don't know. I guess I could, like, start it over here. And then you guys can kind of still see it when I'm doing this. Nice work. Thank you. Now, anyone who's familiar with Ben Wolf in chat here, his wife has been making these beautiful sugar dishes with lids that are like, I don't know, I really love the style of the lid, so I'm going to really just copy him or her, a direct rip. Because I'm really not that creative. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Looks really good. Thank you. Yeah, war and after floods. That's when you want smell-o-vision? Or tootin', footin'. After floods, a good poot. Make a little poot at the boot. Never heard nobody. Okay. So actually, something like this. Not a bad. Okay. I did 10 ounces for this, so I could have done less. For sure. We're discovering, we're learning together. This will be a hefty lid. I'll probably end up trimming away a lot of the stuff here. Let's pitch. Ah. See ya. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day here today in September. I think I twisted it. Yeah. That's a good nip lid. I kind of want, I just end up kind of trimming it back a bit at 4-ish inches, because this is massive. You too. cut it right there. Yo, what's going on, Bonsai? How you been? I don't know. I haven't really been streaming, but you know what? I've been watching quite a bit of bonsai content lately, and I think I want to take a stab at some bonsai pots in the future. I just don't know if it's. I need to find communities in my area, or like I'm sure in like Toronto and stuff, which is not my area, but I'm sure that there are people doing it. It looks so fascinating. And like trimming when it's dormant and all the different trees take different care. But I do. I hope you've been well. I think about you when I see those videos. Okay, so let's try and see. Can I fit this? Maybe let's do an angle. Let's do it like that, and then. Oh dang, man. Yeah, so my fiance's had ear infections before. I am lucky enough to I haven't experienced it, but yeah, extremely painful. And when it's not painful, it's just uncomfortable. So yeah, I wishing you the best with that for sure. No bueno. Let me grab my other sponge here, see if I can. Zoeb, what's going on? Everyone's showing up today. That's awesome. I noticed when I was doing the streams through OBS that I don't think it gets put out as much as when you do a native stream. Actually, I know it doesn't. I've said it for a long, long time since I've started. Because I found that Reddit post where it's like 400 people are all experiencing the same thing, and then you just kind of go, okay. Even though YouTube has never officially said that, but very tough. Now that's a good one. Grass muncher. I love that. It's a bit of a pun, and I love puns. Can you bonsai a maple tree? I would do that. And if you did, would it produce syrup? Can you bonsai any tree bonsai? Have you been? I've been well. Just been kicking it. Well, no, not really. Been busy, a little bit busy. Had a preliminary appointment for a sleep test because I have stopped breathing in my sleep. So that's fun. Or I gasp and I wheeze. I have sleep apnea. So. But then the test is until February, so I'm just gonna, I guess, just be not breathing in my sleep until February. But I'm cool with it. I guess it's been happening for so long now. I apologize for those sounds. But yeah, it's been happening for a long, long time. like going on 10 years. But I guess it's gotten worse. So I don't know. This is all coming from my fiance, and she loves to lie. So I mean, she tells me she loves me all the time, so I'm assuming she's lying, but you just never know. I totally got rid of that line there, but okay, let's just check this. Woo! Sick. The lid. The pot in the lid. I've been thinking about purchasing like a heat gun. And I would do a blowtorch, but I just don't feel like that's good for the house. But getting a heat gun so I can do like take something like that and dry it off, and then actually like test them before I commit to letting them dry. But that actually went surprisingly well. I don't know. Maybe I should do a couple more of those. Yeah, I might as well. See now, because you're on the tripod. Let's see. There we go. Now you can get the whole table. So if I have one that is already sold, how many more should I do? Maybe I'll do 10 more. Maybe I'll do 5 more. It's becoming to the point where when I go do the markets, I have to really think about like, okay, I only have room for so much stuff. So what all am I going to bring? And then hopefully within this remainder of the year, I can get a small showroom set up on the second half of this room, and we can start selling from the house and get my website set up, and then people, what they would have, like I'm not shipping yet, so you'd have to like pick up at location or whatever, but yeah, that is what it is, you know. Thank you for the likes, guys. 9 likes. Feeling the love. I'm feeling the like. You know, I'm a serious potter when I don't drink out of my own pottery. Although I do have a coffee mug that I've that is like mine. Maybe I should just grab that. I'll use this as like a thermos. I'll be right back, Gibby Bear. Probably a better look. Make sure to get the coffee everywhere that you can. Beautiful. I did it. Make sure when you pour on your wedgie table that you contaminate it as much as possible. Nice. Yeah, this is one of the first muggaroonies I made. that came out of the kiln, the first kiln. And I've almost sold all the other stuff from the first kiln. People are going after these bud vases, and I'm stoked about it. But some, it's funny when doing like pottery, maybe some other arts, when you're like, I'm not a fan of this piece, and then people come and buy it, and you're just like, okay, sure. I also love telling people they can do whatever. That people are like, oh, what's this for? Like, you can do whatever you want with it once it's yours. I don't need to know. In fact, I don't want to know. So I'm just gonna weigh out 5 of these. And we'll make 5 more. Nice. How you doing, Mandy? Welcome to ya. It's been a minute. I haven't really been streaming. But I hope you've been well. What have you been up to? I haven't really been streaming, nor have I been watching live streams. Which I used to do that. I think it's just a little bit different because I'm doing this now. I'm not working in an office. Where like when I was in the office, I could easily chat and participate and stuff, which sometimes I like to do depending on the streamer. Now I got mucky hands, so I can't really. Yes, it has. The shop, dude. Been grooving with life. Are you sure? The shop. My shop? What shop? Yeah, what shop? Am I behind on the Mandy lore? Been grooving with life. Awesome. I've been doing my best. Doing my best. Trying to. Wait, did I weigh these ones already? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Been doing this full time. Trying to make it work. And honestly, I've been pretty stoked so far. I might be getting into. Well, we'll see. The board for this market is meeting at the end of the month, but they recently had a potter retire from doing the market. But yeah, it's hard to say because I can't remember the gentleman's name off the top of my head, unfortunately. But like he's a king. Like he makes really good stuff. I looked at it the other day, and I just don't think I'm quite the replacement for him. But it depends on how they view it, right? But I need to find like a home market because this the one in my town that I've been going to. This is the last month, so I need to find something in the winter to sell, and also have my Your studio looks amazing. Hey, thank you. This is like the 5th iteration of the studio as well. This is in a new space. This is in my. It used to be like a music space. And my computer's in the room and stuff. So I'll have to make some changes here. But now, because of my studio, originally, and you were there, was out in the garage. It wasn't much of a studio. It was just a wheel and a desk. And then it was in the sunroom. And then it was in the basement. And then it was upstairs. Now it is in this front room, which is a lot more convenient for carrying in all the materials and transporting the fragile greenware pots and just everything out to the garage to fire it in the kiln. So, pretty stoked about that. Call me crazy about you live since you broke out the kiln and open the garage door. I've done some kiln loading and unloading stuff. I opened the garage door. You call me crazy? Oh, we don't use the C word in this chat. We like to call them mentally unstable. That's right. It's funny, but it's not funny. But it's funny. It's funny because it's a joke. But thank you very much. I'm very happy with this setup. And yeah, in the coming months, hopefully. So my dad's giving me free reign over dead fallen cedar trees on his property. So I'm going to be making an arbor, like an arch for my wedding. And then I'm going to use the other cedars that I find and turn it into shelving for my studio. Because A, I love the smell of cedar, and I think and B, it'll be like a nice kind of vibe, I think. I have to kind of figure out how I want to design it, and I'm thinking if I can make some, what the heck is it called? Like reed rope. It's not called that, but it's like a bush camping kind of like fibrous rope that you can make, and actually make how I've done it with paracord and sticks that make a little desk or a little table for campfires and stuff. I used to make those often when I go out, which I didn't this year, but if I could actually have it all hand built and kind of whatever natural or whatever you want to phrase it, I think that would be really neat. Oh, the good old days of the Pottery garage and the ringy kicky wheel with the you've done messed up. Calling my canoe a kayak. That's gosh dang, man. That makes me want to punch. I want to punch now. God. See how angry you made me? I'm punching. I'm being unclear. Apologies. Opening the garage door because it's finally warm enough. Oh, yeah. 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 The garage. That was interesting, just trying to make that work. And then Sir Ben Wolf blessing me with probably still one of the greatest. Well, okay, I'll put it this way. Absolutely the greatest gift I've received in the pottery space. That wheel has changed the game. That's allowed me to do this. And I'm going to cry. I'm uncultured. No. Kayaks are toys for children. Children who want to just go here and there, dilly-dally. But if you're a real bushman and you're really traversing them woods, you need a canoe. A canoe is a boat. I am joking, but at the same time, I do have I get deeply frustrated when my friends want to bring their kayak and solo it. If we're doing like a 5-day trip and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm bringing my kayak," because either they're putting their stuff in your boat, which is fine, I guess. I mean, whatever. Or they're like taking 2 days at every portage to unpack their kayak and repack it when they get to the other side. And also, good luck freaking portaging a kayak. That sucks. You basically need 2 people. You need one on each end with the little handles. For shame. For shame. I cast ye from the stream. That's all good. Oh, it's all good. We'll move back to the. There you go. Little burp in the ear. Little burp in the ear never hurt nobody. Cool. That's actually not bad. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. That was cool, guys. Yeah, like a minute ago before you said that about my kayak. Yeah. Oh, I did it now. Look what you've done, my canoe. Look what you've done. You're discombobulating my brain. All my compartments and departments are all conjoined now. Okie dokie then. Maybe we'll do one cone just cause. Oh, brother. I think that's just about right, actually. Thanks. It was the plan the whole time. It's an evil plan. Pure evil. I think the bottom of this is a little too thin, but we'll find out later. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, well, that'll be good. We'll be good. I don't know, maybe the white clay is the way to go. This stuff is pretty nice. I'll have to check the price. Also, I don't know. I'm starting the conversation mid thought, but I do like the way that glazes produce on the red clay, the darker clay. But I don't know. Maybe I did that one a little low, but that's all right. Heck yeah. They need tea candles. Yeah, that's what they're for. Yep. They are luminaries. But I'm thinking of trying. I'll probably end up making some bigger ones. To try, like, see. I don't know. I haven't tested these ones yet with real candles. Definitely, when I sell them, I'll recommend to people to get like an LED candle to put in them because I have a feeling that they're gonna get hella hot, and it would be no bueno. Like you, yeah. I mean, unless you're like prepared. But I kind of want to make bigger ones so I can make bigger mouths, so that and then bigger eyes and stuff, so that hopefully more heat will escape. Um, right, and then you also have a better chance of blowing out the candle. I'm sure you could blow it out too. I just need to buy some tea lights and test those before I sell them, which won't be this weekend, but hopefully next weekend I'll be able to bring some of those to the market if there's any left. Because I think all those are accounted for. One of them is for us, and then I've had a bunch of people ask for them on Facebook and Instagram. So one foot after the other. Yeah. And what I want to do. Yeah, I think. Kind of notice. Okay, I lowered my. Maybe I'll just get my freaking measuring tape wherever I've put it, because it should be right here. But like usual, it's not. Oh. Thank you, Bobo. 4.5. Yeah, this one's definitely taller. Closer to 5, so I'm sure I could get that out of this actually. I do. The mushrooms just noticed. Yeah, those are the ones I did on that Halloween stream when I was dressed as Mario. When Bloodleaf was just like, you should try making a mushroom because I was dressed as Mario, and then I just did it kind of. I was actually looking at those today, being like, thinking about making more of those. But I'm just kind of like, I look at them and I wonder what they are. You know, like what could you use these for? I need to color this in more. I'm gonna destroy the line. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good. I like the shape. I thought they looked familiar. Something just short a while ago, showing their glazes glowing in the light underneath. Oh wow! Oh, that'd be cool. I found so. Yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit, I think, or I don't know. Like when I posted a photo of the pumpkins and the hats on Instagram, I like they look kind of more white, but they are in person quite orange. I'm still like I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be glazing a lot of the pumpkins. They'll be cheaper, which is nice. And then they also like just already look orange. I think if anything, I would glaze the platters, like do like a brown, like the autumn Russell color, just because it's like I think it differentiates them a little bit, and they kind of almost look like planted. They're even though I know like they're sitting on mud or whatever, which everyone knows mud and Halloween. They're like freaking. Oh yeah, that's Gouda. Oh, the stamp. But I know like some people have requested them in blue and like a purple, which I don't have, but I have a blue that leans purple. It's a very light blue that has like little purpley bits in it. But soon it'll be I'll have 3 different glazes. I'll have and one is just a combo of the 2 that I'm getting. But I finally ordered dip glazes. Um, and one is the speckled glaze, and one is autumn Russell. And then when you mix them together, it looks really cool. At least on the textiles that I've seen people doing online. But keep the mushrooms blank on glaze for beginners. Yeah, like they'd have to like paint them with acrylic or something. Like you can do that to clay, um, for sure. Like so these ones because of the way that I threw them, like it was inverted, right? So like they were all upside down. Um, that one looks a little bit whack, but did I? Was it 1.5 or maybe more? I can't remember. The rest will look more like that. Well, I was thinking, like, because you could definitely put a candle in there, but like I threw them like this, right? Made the mushroom, brought it together, lifted it up, and then pinched that. But if you could put a candle in there, I would want a wider base. Um, I've been getting into doing more slab work as well, so like doing little bits of grass and maybe like, I mean, ideally like a gnome with the mushrooms would be like have a set that you could sell like two mushrooms and a gnome, or like a mushroom and a log, or like a stump and a gnome. But we're getting into like probably more February, March, April territory when I'm not like going, I need so many mugs and stuff or whatever for Christmas. Right? Because like a lot of people will be buying gifts for people now for Christmas, and like I'm doing Halloween themed stuff, and then moving on to Christmas next month. So, which I'll do Christmas tree, luminaries, and stuff. But I mean, there's so many options. It's like it's hard to pick, but my nightstand, my bedroom is a whimsical nature theme. I would have some mushrooms. Yeah, dude, I love mushrooms. I think I have a book on like mycelial networks and stuff, and actually Carol's taking it to her job so kids can read it, or like do a book study on it. But it's like mushrooms are super fascinating. Kind of the nervous system of the forest. Pretty neat stuff. Um, and they make you trip balls too, so that's pretty cool too. But no, but in all seriousness, like pretty cool, thing. Now I'm wondering, should I do all like the bodies and then do all the lids after, or oh, that's true. Put some fake moss on it. I don't know. Like, yeah, you could do that. I think where I'm at is like if somebody wants to do that, they can. They're fine doing that. But like, um, I personally want to just keep it clay and keep it like as low automation as pot. Not saying that's automated, but it's like artificial moss and stuff. Um, but I guess still technically, if you made it out of clay, it would be artificial moss. I don't know what I'm saying, but I want to keep it just like clay, um, and maybe wood. Like I've been thinking about for these sugar dishes and other like if I do a honey pot, which these kind of look like honey pots a little bit, to like get my dad's lathe going and try my hand at making like the honey sticks or whatever they're called. But the kiddos, oh, they're all teenagers. Like I don't think they mess with their stuff like that. But and a bunch of them we've gifted pottery to. In fact, I was going to for like their graduation make them each a mug, but it never really ended up. Oh no, I was gonna make a customized one with the class the year on it and stuff. They all got mugs though. But almost every year I've made something for them, the kids that are graduating. Because it's like a special. It's not like a regular school situation, so it's usually like 7 or 8 kids. And usually I'll be laser engraving stuff, and now that I'm doing pottery, do some pottery stuff. But I really love doing it. For the most part, I get the mid task stress, anxiety shit sometimes, and sometimes too I'm just bad at remembering to do it, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we actually need those on Friday, and it's like Tuesday, and I'm like, fuck. But now I'm just jibber jabbing, jibber jabbing. A little bit better, yeah. Oh, I should glaze that teapot too. Once I get this dip glaze, I'm gonna glaze that teapot. But yeah, I just got freaking winded for no reason. I'm like, I could sleep. I do think I'm coming down with a little bit of a cold or something, but oh yeah, no, that's honestly like the best thing about it. Um, Actually, one of the funnier encounters I had at my booth was like, I don't even know who they were. I don't recognize them at all. But I guess they're like an artist from my town that does like cards or something. I can't even remember. That's like, but shit, this woman was like going on. It was probably somewhere in the frame of like 15 minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes. And one of the first things she says when she comes up is like, "Oh, I can't buy pottery because as soon as you drop it, it's broken." And I was like, "Yeah, very astute observation." I didn't say any of this. I was just like listening to her, and you just don't really engage. But then she just went on and on about all these different craft shows and stuff, and like, you got to do this, you got to do that, and what you need to do. And she starts grabbing, and this is, well, I guess one of the main things was she was leaning on the table, and she's like a shorter lady and kind of like more plump or whatever, and she's like straight up just like leaning on the table, and I have these vertical stands, and like they're both shaking with all the pottery on them, and I was like feeling stressed out, just about that. And then she like, yeah, then she drops that like, yeah, I never buy pottery because as soon as you break it, it's broken. Like, okay, good on you for sharing that knowledge, dropping the knowledge on me. Yeah, trust me, I know I've broken many pieces by now on accident. But yeah, then she's going on about blah 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 blah, all these craft shows and stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, I manage my husband. He's a woodworker. I managed my husband's craft show stuff for this so long, and blah 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 blah." I didn't ask her a single question, right? By the way, other than "How are you today?" But yeah, then she starts like telling me all the things. I was like, "This is the second show that I've done." She's like, "You need a tablecloth, and you need to do all this stuff for your booth." And she starts grabbing pieces and like slamming them on the table and be like, "You should put pencils in here and like put a flower in this." But the thing that she told me to put pencils in was like a succulent hole, like a succulent planter. So it has a hole in the bottom of it, which I just thought was so funny. But yeah, no, that was like a very interesting encounter. Never had anything like that since so far. That's NDF. So, but yo, what's going on? Sure can. Could you lean over? Yeah, honestly, I like at this point I would, because I mean I'm a seasoned market vendor now. No, but at this point I certainly would say something, because that like literally that was the second week I had been at this market, and I didn't know who she knew, and like I didn't want to be like, "Can you just fuck off?" But really I did, and I lost it in the car. I was like to Carol, I was just losing it. I was like, "What? Who does she think she is?" Blah blah blah. And yeah, anyways, whatever, dude. I'm just ranting. But I mean, I've had a lot of people be like, they love. It's a funny thing. Instead of just looking and walking away, and like not, if you can't buy it, you can't buy it. But like people will come in and look, and then I say like, "Hey, how are you?" And we have a quick thing, and then I go back to whatever, just looking away from them, not trying to be like overselling or whatever. And everybody needs to justify why they can't buy pottery. Like, and I'm just like, it's all good. They'll be like, "Oh, maybe if it was 20 years ago," which I don't really know what that means. That they would buy it. I hear a lot of, "Oh, I have so much pottery already." It's fine. Whatever. I genuinely don't care, but I just find it so funny when people do that. Like, yeah, no. If you can't buy it, like I don't need to know why. Unless you're like, "This is stupid and dumb," and like I don't like you. You talking about that encounters make me anxious. Oh, the markets have been really well. It's been a little bit slower now that like the last one since school was in. Uh, kind of like I think people are just kind of off of the farmers market kind of vibe right now. So I had like a slower week. If it wasn't for my mom coming and buying a bunch of stuff, which is a sale's a sale. Um, she bought one of my I had $130 vase. It was a 6 pound vase and it was really big, and she bought that, which she's a sweetheart. Um, but I probably would have outside of that. I think I made 2 sales when usually it's in the realm of like 10, 12, 15 sales. So doing pretty good. Usually around like 250 or 300 in sales a week. And that's like excluding the market cost, which is only $20 for this local market, which is super cheap. But it's been really good. But I do want to like I think one of the most I think the most common question is like, how long have you been doing this? Which I don't like to answer because I feel like weird about that. I've only done it for a year, not even. And then, are you the artist? Because I'll sit there with my fiance, and I think, will assume that it's her until they read the sign that says Joel. And then, do you have a store? It's probably tied with, do you have a website? So those are the kind of the 2 next things I'm working on is a showroom here in my house, and then a website to go along with it. People forget that pottery is a business and art. So rude if you can't purchase, say so, but the price conflict and walk away. Yeah, I mean, so a lot of the time, I will say, like specifically with the like, oh, this is why I can't buy it. Like, they are very complimentary. Like, they are very nice about everything, and I think that they just feel bad that they're not buying anything. But I've had a couple people be like, "Oh, this is too expensive." You can tell because I've been pricing everything on the bottom of my pieces with a little sticker, and then I have a sign that just says like, "Price on the bottom, please, handle delicately." But it's good. I think it's good for, especially with the mugs, for people to pick them up. But like, yeah, I've had a couple of people just outright be like, "Oh, that's expensive," but that was at a different market, and it's more of a flea market. So I think because at that point I didn't have anything saying that it was handmade, that they thought that I was reselling the pottery, which is, if I was, it would, like, they'd be right. It would be expensive for sure. I put that line on too soon, but it is what it is. But it doesn't really faze me too much. Like, that one lady got me a little bit riled up because it was just so long of her going off, and I was like, "Who even are you?" But I would say a good like 90% of people are very, very kind and supportive. And then sometimes like people just can't buy pottery, like they got other things. It's tough times too, right, out there in the world. So I totally understand. Moms will do that, but I'm glad to hear things going well. Thank you. Yeah. I've been beyond stoked about the response, and like I've been invited to do. It's called the Artisan Showcase in my town here. So I'll be doing that at the end of September, which will be pretty good, I think. But I keep having it in my mind. I'm like, I want my showroom to be ready for then, but it's just such an overtaking. I don't know phrases, but there's a lot will go into that, especially like I'll want security cameras and stuff, and a little door dinger thing. So I'm not caught with my pants down, not literally. But, yeah, and then all the shelving and price tags and all that stuff. A lot of work goes into this stuff, and I suppose the public doesn't always realize. Oh, yeah, no, certainly, and like you try to explain it to them, but they just like One of my favorite things is like when people they'll ask for like a certain size of mug, which is fine. Like, and I'll take like orders, like kind of custom orders, as long as they are things that I make and with glazes. Like I'll tell them like I can do if you want like this flower pot or like this bud vase style, but in a different color. I can do that, but it'll take me a couple weeks, and they'll be like weeks. I'm like, yeah, it takes a long time to do this stuff, and then you kind of walk them through a bit of the process. And some people get it, and then some people just sort of like, I need it by next week or something. No one's actually ever said that. People, I would say one person was not very understanding, but they weren't like a dick about it. They were just like, well, they ended up giving me their email so I could let them know when they're ready. But then some of those are the mugs that are up there that are drying. But yeah, I know it's tough because you'll like say, oh, they take a couple days to dry, and then you put them in the kiln, and you unpack the kiln, and you have to glaze them all. And I glaze everything by brush, so it's easily for like a kiln load of stuff. It's a good 10 hours, 12 hours to get it all glazed. Depending on what it is. And then back into the kiln. And then that, personally, like loading a glazed kiln too, I think what a lot of people don't know, actually I would 100% say people don't know this, that when you pack like a bisque kiln, you can put a lot more in that kiln than you can a glazed kiln because things can't touch in the glazed kiln or firing or whatever. So like, usually I get about 1.5 glazed kiln loads into a bisque firing. But then something like these luminaries, part of why I don't want to have to glaze them is because they like to do the platter and the piece. It takes up so much room in the kiln, and I don't like. I need to go out and get smaller kiln stilts and a couple more shelves, so that I could do smaller layers, because that's kind of the problem right now. Is I have limited gear. Oh, right on. Yeah, no, I like, yeah, personally, I kind of agree there, Mandy. Like, personally, I wouldn't say anything. like, but I guess it's part of just being, like, in the public eye, like, especially in the moment, you just have to, like, brush it off. And then, there's just that time when you go, oh, like, this is going to happen. I'm out in the world with everybody and their uncle. So, like, you can't let that stuff affect you like that. But on that note, I need to skedaddle. Catch you soon. Yeah. Thank you for stopping in, and stay well. Sure, Ken. Oh. But yeah, I've been ranting so much. That actually reminds me, I gotta I have my whiteboard over here, so I need to make signs. For espresso shot glasses, the ashtrays. I have thumb cups, then these sugar pots, and I need a new payment sign because I take card now. Because I did take card before, but it was a tap only situation. But now I have a little card reader. So this whiteboard has already been saving my ass. I just put it up. That wasn't yesterday. What day is it? What, Thursday? What day is it today? Thursday? Wednesday? That doesn't help. I don't even know. No, it's gotta be Thursday today. It's Thursday today. So it was Tuesday that I did that. And yeah, it's helped a lot. Being able to write down little notes like that and then be able to walk in and be like, yep, that's what I'm doing today. So I put off ordering this clay way too long because it takes them about a week to get everything ready. To pick up in Kitchener, and they have a 4-box limit when you just go in person. So I couldn't have just gone in and taken the 6 boxes that I wanted, which I understand because they can only fit so much stuff there. But also for the dip glazes. But now, yeah, because I ordered that on Tuesday as well. So we're looking at next Tuesday. I have a doctor's appointment, so hopefully after that, I can go down and pick it up. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. You thought it was Saturday. I'm glad it's not Saturday because then I would be missing the market. Actually, I would have just ended, but oh, look at the warble on this one, dude. The wearable. Let's cut that off there. No, I'm glad it's Thursday. My car will be done today, so I'll have my vehicle back. I guess that's another thing too. I've been looking at trucks, small like Tacomas, because my car is failing on me a little bit more every week. But it was free, so it was a free car. So it's done. It's done what it's needed to do. And yeah, on Saturday we're looking at a truck, the used Tacoma. And hopefully it all works out. It's standard. It's got hand crank windows. All the creature comforts are like all kind of the old school stuff, which I personally miss. Some of my old vehicles had a similar situation, and I loved it because nothing goes wrong. nothing really can go wrong. And if it does, it's like you just fix it. This one's gonna be a small one. Free car. What a steal. Yeah. Yeah, no, my family's dope. But my mom got a new car, and then my youngest of my older sisters, I only have two, she's the younger of the two, got my mom's car, and then she gave me her car. It's like the best hand-me-down I've ever received as the youngest child. Certainly. Say that confidently. I mean, I guess I paid like for registering it and all that stuff, but that's for getting almost a year out of it. Pretty stoked. Or a little over a year already, actually. I think. I can't remember, but. Lovely of your mom. Yeah. No, she's. My mom is an amazing woman. And my sister. I like how these are getting progressively shittier because I'm getting a little bit more and more distracted by streaming because I haven't done this in a long time. That's totally fine. I might do actually. Probably could have been doing this anyways, but there's quite a bit of action in this one. A bit. Stop yapping. No, you're good. Partly, like, this is kind of cool because I just have this day to, like, I mean, I guess the rest of the week, it's just kind of, like, try things out. I do, what time is it? 12:30 or something? Yeah, okay, cool. It's around 2, maybe earlier. I don't know. We'll see. But I have a bunch of reclaim that I need to work through. Because I have a buddy, and we might do a stream together. We might not. Depends on how we're feeling. Coming. Okay, I've hung out with him a few times now. We've done pottery together, and he'll be coming up on Sunday. And yeah, and we might do a stream, but I need clay for us to use because I'm like pretty well dead out of it. Like I have this a box of dark granite clay that I've never used, which maybe I should just do that this week or tomorrow, I guess, because I want to make some darker flower pots that were requested from one of Carol's family members. They want a 5-pound dark pot and or 2 5-pounds and 5 2-pounds or something. I have it written out somewhere. Because I never checked this one, but Yeah, he's really like, because I think he's been doing it for a year or so, but he does like studio classes or was part of a studio, and I don't think he's like he had experience just kind of like throwing in like solitude or without all the hubbub of like studio activities going on. So I know he was saying like it was really nice to try it out. And then standing, he's taller than me. I'm like around 6'2". He's got like an inch or two on me, and so I think like he's went and bought a wheel, and he's like, I think it was cool for him to see how much like you don't need like a huge space to do pottery. You can set it up in a room in your house. It doesn't need like you make some sacrifices, and sometimes things take longer. You have to be kind of smart about like how you're storing stuff and whatever. Uh, but like he's went and got a wheel for himself and is kind of taking the steps to set up an at-home studio. So you're 6'2" today. I learned. I'm a taller fella. Or when I went to the doctors the other day, and they measured me, they said, "Oh, you're around 6 feet." That could be anything. But last time I got measured, it was how tall is Ben? Speaking of giants, like 4'2" or something like that. He's like, I don't know, your average like 7-year-old. No, I think we were about the same height, from what I recall. We were pretty much, if any, like I think maybe I was a little taller. I genuinely don't know. I have a really hard time with that, but I know like it was crazy. Like you don't think about it that much. Like when I was younger, because I was like 6'2", whenever I was like 17, 18. And like I remember one of my coworkers at a restaurant, they were going on about like you don't know what it's like being this short. They were a pretty short person. Like you don't know what it's like being short, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I was I was your height at one point, but you'll never be my height. It was my response, like joking. But then she got pretty upset. I was like, I don't know, it's true though. But because she needed my help reaching something, and I did it. But whatever. That was just a little fun little story, little tidbit. I do really wish things weren't flippy, dude, on the camera. Every time, every time I stream, I like it sucks. But what do you do? Oh yeah, because I guess you just tell them your height for a driver's license. I'm assuming that's the same as here. Like you don't need to prove anything. You just give them, give them a number. Hey, no worries, Bonsai. Hope your work day is treating you well. Well, I have you. Can I can you make a maple tree into a bonsai? Like, can you I guess can you bonsai a maple tree? Sort of. I don't know how you ask that question. It's the bonsai is the like it's the techniques applied to it, not a type of tree. Which I don't know what the normal age to learn that is, but I was probably too old when I realized I'm like, oh, those are just they're trees. Maybe they're 5'5" or 5'6". Oh wow, tall parents. Wow, yeah. It's funny that like both my parents are. Well, my mom's a tall lady, but she's not that tall. My dad is pretty short, but then like my mom's dad was very tall, and from my understanding, it is like the maternal pathway where you get your height typically. So somewhere in my mom's genes was the gene for tallness, which both my brother and I guess for males that's true. Um, both of my brother and I are both very tall. Well, I guess maybe not very tall, but we're taller. All right, I kind of want to try it. I guess though, maybe it would be wise to start with a more traditionally bonsai tree to have like better guidance. But like, I mean, it takes so long. I'm already 31. Like, yuck. Like, ew, dude, I'm growing older. Um, yeah. But that'd be sick, just having a like. I would love like a Canadian maple tree, just doing a bonsai to that, or like a spruce tree. Can you bonsai coniferous trees? I don't think I've ever seen that, but oh shit. Okay. So the size of the leaves do matter. Guess that would make sense. Like I think it would be funny to have like a bonsai tree with massive maple leaves on it. But oh, okay. I mean, I probably couldn't be. Wow, there's definitely. I guess there's the Amazon. There's rainforests that are further from a desert, but I like. I feel like I could pull it. I don't know. Just being like I have that. The heck is it called? Like when you don't know enough about something and you think you know everything, or like you feel like you could do it, but you don't know enough. That's like there's a name for that. I mean, I guess I did that with pottery, and I kind of am doing it. Sugar maples, yeah. Most exquisite smoothie. What was in it? What is in it, I guess I should say. Or was. Maybe I would be chugging her back. Yeah. Chug her back like a thirsty horse. Noise. Yeah, recipe. Cough it up. Ooh. Nice. I'm going to the country. I'm going to eat a lot of peaches. If it's a maple, wouldn't that be a topplery? Not sure. Do well in a tray. Yeah. Fair point. Because you need shallow rooting. Or is it top of it? Sounds like that actually means it roots near the top. It does sound very yummy. I love me some peaches too. I am not a smoothie connoisseur. In fact, I don't even know the last time I really made a smoothie. It's been a long, long time. You know what I would love? Actually, yeah, I should do this next summer. It's like strawberry rhubarb smoothies. That's my favorite like combo. Strawberry rhubarb pie is like my favorite dessert. Like I usually ask for that for my birthday. But this year was strawberry rhubarb topping on a cheesecake, which actually slapped. And that was from mom, and then and then Carol also made me a cheesecake. So I had a lot of cheesecake recently. As you can probably tell. Okay. Yeah. Kefir or keep kefir or whatever. Yeah. It's good. We we haven't had any in a long time, but we like Caroline used to get that. And she loves a good kombucha, which is like in a similar vein of like fermented drink. I've heard that bonsai actually. That I'm a weed germaphobe. I love that. I never looked into that bonsai, but I did hear that. Because my nephew was dairy free for a long time. I mean, he's only 3, but he's just recently uh, started ingesting it, and that's where we heard about that. Keep your wheat clean. Wheat germs. Didn't clean this one very well. I'm a wheat germaphobe. Maybe I should start doing the smoothies. Is actually probably brilliant because even now, like I'm like I should eat something, but I don't want to make anything. But smoothies just so zips it donezo. We just don't have any fruit right now. Actually, there's apples. I should do. I know what I'm gonna do. Just apples and cheese slices. One time when I was working in the kitchen, there was this elderly lady. It was at this really nice little diner spot. This elderly lady ordered a piece of apple pie, and then was uh, it was like a later shift, so none of the management was there. But I was like, basically, like I did all the inventory stuff. I never had like the lead title, but we were kind of in between kitchen managers, so I was kind of taking the role. And I was working, and the lady asked the waitress if she could have a slice of cheese, cheddar cheese, for her apple pie. And I was like, I've literally never heard of that. So I got her the cheese, put it on a plate, walked it out to her, and then she gave me a hug, and she said, like I was like, oh, I never heard of this. It sounds actually pretty good. And then she gave me a hug. Then like as I was saying bye, she's like, apple pie without cheese is like a hug. without a squeeze. I thought that was really, it's always stuck with me. I thought that was really sweet. Oh, Ben's leaving? See you, Ben. Heck yeah. Yeah, I might pop in. Probably not, though, because you stink. I might come in and drop a howdy. I'm almost done here. Got one more of these and then 5 lids. I missed that whole thing just telling my apple pie story. Which is funny when you, yeah, like that's one of those stories like I will tell anytime apple pie comes up or eating apples with cheese slices. She's like, yeah, but Carol, she's not a patient lady. So I probably told that story a million times, but such is life. It's so precious. Yeah, she was such a nice lady. And then yeah, anytime she came in, and like I knew when she ordered dessert, I would just like put some cheddar cheese up on a plate in the serving window, and then sometimes I'd go out if I had time, give her a little chit chat. I love that place too because like there's a lot of those regulars. A lot of them are really nice. There's a couple a couple ones not the nicest, but whatever. Usually the younger people. By younger, I mean like probably around my age now. They have kids, and you could just tell that they were like stressed out. And then like, my kid doesn't like the fries. Okay. What do you want me to do? That place was super cool too because we did all the fries and fish were done in house. I did the fish and chips. I loved battering the fish, like doing the blanch. But reconnect. Weird. I've actually never seen Ratatouille, but I've seen that scene on like YouTube or something, or like referenced in a food video, probably Brutal Canoe. I think that's that guy's name. This one got a little funky. Yeah, I know. I should watch it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So heartwarming and sweet. So that is pretty well what I've heard is it's a very touching film or animation. Technically, it's not a film. Thank you for the 14 likes, folks. Wally or Finding Nemo? My favorite animated movie. I kind of have two answers because one is in childhood and then one is as an adult. And so in childhood, it was Aladdin. I would watch Aladdin on repeat. And then as an adult, I gotta say Spirited Away. And I think I'd have to go with Spirited Away. Not only for like the story content, but like the animation is amazing. The writing is great. The breadth that that film has, you just don't really see that anymore. And it doesn't over explain shit to you, which is like one of the worst things. I just recently watched the American Horror Stories, which is like a separate anthology series but related to American Horror Story. And I was like, I was getting pissed. It's like every episode, like then there's just this like exposition point where they're just like, "Yep, this is exactly what's happened, and it's everything you've seen, and this is why." And it just leaves no. Yeah. Anyways, video games is the same way, dude. Explain every little thing. Oh, that's nice. I like that. You gotta savor the flavor. One of my favorite kind of art quotes about music. Yeah, it's up there. Maybe yeah. Maybe I've over. But one of the probably most repeated quotes that I give about or say about music is that like if art, physical art mediums are what's used to decorate space, then music is what decorates time, which I find. Ever since then, I just like had a new appreciation for putting music on. Just being like, yep, thought that was really cool. I like that quote too. But yeah, Aladdin as a kid and Spirited Away as an adult. Mind you, I haven't seen that movie in a long time recently. But when I was like in my early 20s and uh, yeah, I feel like the last time I watched it was like maybe 5 years ago, so mid 20s. I used to put that movie on all the time, and a bunch of Studio Ghibli stuff as well. But not Howl's Moving Castle. People love that movie. I like it too, but it's just like feel like there's better ones out there. But what's up, JM? Good choice, Joel. Hey, thanks. How you doing? I hope all is well. You still up in Maine? Well, I guess for me, down in Maine. Nice, right on. Just went paddleboarding. I've never done that. It looks like a good time. Never done paddleboarding. What's it called? Like the wind sailing or whatever? I don't know what it's called when they do like the sail with those. That looks really cool too. Just do a quick hop, skip, and a jump over the border. Come say hi. Oh yeah, sorry, never mind. Right, I take that back. I forgot. Windsurfing, yeah, that's right. Yeah, my bad, yes. Slipped my mind. Is the water still like temperate down there? Because yeah, I could have stayed fair. Because it's like it's getting to the point up here where you can't really. Gets so cold at night. Can't really uh, get in there during the day. It's cold. Okay. You say like Maine, probably most of it is still on the same. If not even some of it goes north of where I live. I have to revisit the map, but nice pumpkins. Thank you very much. Pretty happy with them. I think I would make them a little bit bigger next time. I think. It's just kind of tough. Like I go like people they were really well received on like social media as far as like people wanting them, and so I like these ones are like $40 each. But and I want to make them bigger, but if I do, then they'd be a little like, even more expensive. So, just kind of seeing how they go this year, and then maybe make some like 2 pound ones or something next year. It's too busy. I don't know. I actually did the most swimming this year than I've done in most previous years. It's been a lot of fun. I get cold really easy, so I typically don't go swimming, but just kind of sucked it up this year. Uh, Super nice out right now. Actually, it's the same here. It's a very beautiful day. I want to go on a little bit of a stroll. And Carol gets home from work. At night, it's been getting pretty chilly. So, that sound is terrible. Yeah, I was going to apologize for that sound. And then I saw that someone had chatted. So you can just really just blame yourself for me not apologizing for it. Just too cold to swim, yeah. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go in now. Supposed to go to Bowling Green, Kentucky this summer, but the medical bills taken over. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't even know what that is, but it sucks that you can't do the things that you want because of medical bills. But if you were in Canada, you'd probably just still be sick. But it'd be free. First, I don't like the handle on that first one, but what if? What if, Doug? Yeah, that tool does make it nasty, especially like this is a grog clay. Sometimes it'll squeak with the just like with the water or whatever. Sometimes it's just completely silent, even with this. But with like the grit as well. Oh boy, no. What have you been up to lately? I've been doing lots of market stuff. Yeah, like I've been doing this full time, so a lot of my time has been put into either setting up the studio or like making upgrades to it. Been slowly chipping away at a website, getting my Square account set up and pricing everything and all the little things that go along with selling. My birthday last week, so there was that. I did. And not like a whole heck of a lot. I'm trying to think because I have an awful memory. Been playing some video games recently. Now that the weather's getting a little cooler. Yeah, what about you? Happy birthday. Hey, thanks. Do it full time now. Yeah. Yeah, I got laid off. Or like the position was terminated or whatever for no fault of my own. So then I just went, talking with Carol and seeing what she thinks about me just going for it. And I'm just going for it. Yeah. It's been surprisingly good so far. I mean, been selling stuff, which is more than I thought, and bringing in a decent amount each week. I just kind of have to find like I'm doing the market in town here. We're kind of gotta find like a more permanent market, one that runs like all year would be nice. And then soon, like I've moved my studio down. The sound's going again, but sorry. Yeah, move like this is like my old office kind of music room. So I've traded the music room to go upstairs now, so that this is a little bit more convenient for bringing stuff in and out of the house. And it's right next to the front door, so I'm thinking of setting up like a little showroom here, and then starting my website, and then people can pick up orders here, but I won't be shipping for a while. But any new ones you'd recommend? I mean, I play on PC, and I don't think that this game is anywhere else, but it's called Schedule One, and you're like a drug dealer. That's really all I've been playing recently. I love it. It's the game loop is so good, and it's in early access kind of. Well, it is. So every like couple weeks there's a new kind of either mechanic or function added to the game, so it's always like changing a little bit. So it's been really fun. But this time last year, I think you were in your garage. This time last year, I wasn't doing pottery. My very first stream, which was the first time I ever did pottery, or pottery stream, was on September 16th, 2024. So very close. We're very close. 5 days away. I was rock slinging, that's right, which I didn't do that this year. My buddy Mike he's replaced me. he goes slinging with some other guy, but that's fine. I'm too busy anyway. At least like getting all this in motion, but hopefully by next year I'll have a bit more of a balance, a kind of a situation figured out a little bit more. But you never know. We'll see. Cult of the Lamb. I've heard good things about that game. I've watched a little bit of it, of people doing like Let's Plays or whatever. What's rock slinging? So there's a kind of sling called a shepherd sling. So you put a rock in this little pouch, and then you hold like both. You have one end of the rope is like tied to your finger, and then you hold on to the other end, and in the middle of the rope is a pouch, and you put the rock in there, and you like fling it over your head, and then you let go of the piece that you've been holding, and it sends the rock going. If you are like, I don't know, 10 or so streams of me doing that before I started doing pottery. Because like Chad from Ug Chugs, I was mentioning rock slinging in his stream, and he's like, "Oh, I'd love to see that," but then he like pushed to get me 50 subs so that I could do those live streams, and then like I was just obsessed with pottery, still am, and then Carol got me a wheel for my birthday, so that would have been right around this time last year, and then I didn't have clay or anything until around the 16th, and then that's when I did my first stream. At least, let me double check. I could be off on that, but I don't think so. I can look here. Oh, maybe do I have to go to the studio to go record that? Yeah, September 16th. Unless, that was a. Yep. Nice. Those guys are amazing. Yeah. There's something. And actually, like, part of the reason why I wanted to get my hands on some clay was to make projectiles for that, which I never ended up doing. But I got clay from one of my old coworkers from his yard, and I like processed it down into something that was usable. And then yeah, I never made them. I got the wheel, and the rest is history. Do you show your own content on stream too, kid? I don't know. I never tried. I feel like though, if you, because I feel like you could just stop that. Like you would be able to go on to. I mean, it would come to your own YouTube studio, and you could just be like, "This is fine." I think I don't really know. We were watching you on YouTube last year. Yeah, it was last year, September 16th. I'm back. Welcome back, Bonsai. I know Ben is live too right now, so I wouldn't blame anyone if you went and watched him. Oh. I'm so far. Hey, thank you. I can hear those loud pops of the rocks in my head. Yeah. Yeah, I do miss it. I miss like messing around with the paracord too. I was getting into all sorts of fun paracord projects, making a little bush buddies. Sure, like little men, little guys. Check this. Well, a little bit. Actually, my keys aren't even in here today. I was like, oh, I could show you. Okay. Beautiful. But I appreciate that, Jess. I feel like I have. In some ways. Sorry. And in other ways, I'm like, I still have so far to go. You never stop learning. Can't stop, won't stop. You know that kind of. So it's giving can't stop, won't stop. Who are the streams I met you? Yeah, well, I think so. I think we chatted a little bit in Chad's stream. I thought, but that is true. You and Leslie, Bloodleaf. Trying to think of who else is like. I think Lily Rose is in there too. In the beginning. Yeah. But I guess those are probably like where we actually could chat, and there wasn't a million chats going by. Quite. I truly meant it was Chad. Yeah, like that's, I guess, where it all started. He's to blame for all of this. So I hope he's doing well, though. I haven't talked to him in a long time. It was not, I think it was too far into the new year. Or like, yeah, I'm trying to think, because he kind of stopped streaming. But we chatted a couple times on Discord. But then I left the Burt Crew Discord. And I went to start my own, and then I never did. I was turned into like a private Discord. Wasn't Leah? I don't know. Was Leah in those streams? I know she was like definitely early on in the pottery. But yeah, I don't remember that for some reason, but yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I understand though, like why he decided to do that. Like you kind of, I mean, yeah, I couldn't even imagine trying to make like what he would do, like 42 mugs or whatever in a day, and live stream and chat the whole time. Um, quite the feat, and then yeah, be making his products, and then you just don't really make any money doing it. So you kind of want to do it for maybe just your own fun or exposure, I guess. But no. I know he's doing the vlogs for a while, but it's hard to keep up with all the editing and stuff. Excuse the sound. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Busy fella. I mean, for me, it's literally like if it's just the timing is right, then I'll do a live. But no chance that I would ever start doing it like, oh yeah, these days I go for 3 hours or something. I also don't have like a set like thing that I make, So like to be able to pump out mugs or whatever after doing it for years might give you, well, like watching Ben, right? Like when he makes stuff, it's so like second nature that it's fine. Like it doesn't take like he can have a reasonable amount of distraction, and it still turns out great. Or for me, it just ends up sinking a bunch of time in it. Quick away. Hey, good girl. You napping? All right, last one, guys. And then I'm going to say adios. Yeah, that's true. I should do a stream on that before it gets to Gizmo. Hey, ta-ta. All right, fine. There's not really much I can do about it right now, Gizmo. But yeah, I should do a stream out on that kickball. Or whatever you call it. It's like it's a hybrid. Yeah. He is a sassy cat. Oh, he's gone. It's like, screw you, dude. Screw you. Tell me where I can and can't jump up in my own house. He says, ta-ta to you, Papa. He's probably got the hunger. Pay for the 16 likes. Pretty straight, yeah. True. Yeah, they're all those last two and the first one look pretty similar, but kind of a little bit weird there in the middle. But for the first attempts, I'm not too displeased. It's really like 2 pounds in total. Not too bad. Shop is so well organized. Yeah. Yeah, I try. You can't. I mean, honestly, like, there's nothing worse than like misplacing a tool that you need. And I don't know. Yeah, I like to keep everything as neat and tidy as I can. And like, I don't know, a big part of any kind of like production at all, whether it's pottery or like traditional manufacturing or whatever, is like steps and like knowing where things are. If it takes you like 12 steps to get, and not literal steps, but like if you have to move 12 things to get to a tool that you use often, that's a problem. try to keep everything within like arm's reach, or like just step back and grab the clay, and it's good. I had the clay like sitting closer, and I would just turn to grab it, but I like being able to walk a little bit, like just move around, and like it might not be the most really Gizmo. It might not be the most like efficient layout possible, but it's better for your body. What's the tool? Third down by the scissors. A strainer? Or this one? Or this one? Yeah, metal strainer, yeah. And then I have this one here. It's like a little square. Boop, 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 boop. That is for this, so I could put small 4-inch tiles in it. Just a little adapter that I laser engraved. But I needed to sand it out a little bit more. Some of the tiles will fit, but some of them don't. So yeah, just gonna. But yeah, metal strainer. So for that, like when I dump out these buckets, I'll dump it through a strainer, and then it'll catch all like the bigger stuff, and then that'll go into a bucket for drying to reclaim. And then this clay will get caught in the trap that I haven't used yet because I want to keep it like just red clay. But it'll get caught in the trap, and then I get fresh water out, and then I also take water from my dehumidifier, so I don't have to go fill up buckets, hopefully at all, really, in the wintertime. Because I've been filling them up in the hose outside, which will be shot. But those trim tools are specifically chef's kits, like these guys. Yeah, I have a bunch of like, so a lot of these are for like attaching handles and like sculptural esque work, like they're or like, yeah, I mean, really all of those are for like the post process stuff. Like I have some rasps which I used for the pumpkins to like, because I'll like cut those out by hand. I mean, I do all of it by hand, but and then let them dry, and then I rasp, so it has like an inward angle a little bit, so it's not like, because if you cut in and go like this, and then the wall, you can see the wall really well, but from straight on, I have it like kind of flared in a little bit so that you don't see as much wall, and the light will come out nicer, I think. Honestly, doing the pumpkins was fun because I just went, what was my favorite way to carve a pumpkin when I was little? So I just did that with a two teeth offset. So perfectly spaced. Yeah, that's my kind of big obsession, is having things so that there's like equal amount of space between the hooks and stuff. It's got a was it spark joy? And oh boy, does it spark joy. Nope, my light died. Perfect timing. I'll finish cleaning up here, and then I'll end the broadcast. Oh, that's smart. I like that because body doubling. I will do that with Carol. Like, I only really like cleaning. It doesn't feel as much of a chore if someone else is doing it at the same time, which is weird, but it's like I guess it's common with AD, so it's helped a lot. Well, it did until I started doing all this, and now I really don't clean too much. I used to do it on Saturday mornings, but now I'm at the market and it's still clean. Can you say hello? Can you say au revoir? Wow. I never met a cat that knew French. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's smart doing it using a video. But I will be bidding you adieu. And everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. I'll be back sometime next week. You're not right, give me bail. You're working, mate. Well, I definitely will. Ow, he bit me. Yeah, I should. Yeah, you're a little sand dog. Look at this guy. He's a cat. Yeah, you always got some kisses, don't you? Mwah. Alrighty. Size.